Yes, indeed. Big Brother Bear here to give you all that you want and what you need. And today I'm going to get into 3 tips to help you as a student athlete as it relates to social media. Hoop loudy. So if you don't know, I put out information every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, helping you be more impactful both in your sport and as a student athlete in general. 3 things that you should know, I would hope that you already know about being a student athlete. So today's topic comes from Duke University. Crazy enough, I was searching the net and I was looking on Duke's page, and they have it ironed out on their page, their social media requirements of their student athletes. They have rules in place. Some of you may not think about this, but there are things in place once you get to college, if you're not there already, about how a student athlete is to represent the university. So I was looking on their page and I just thought some things were interesting that I think that would be helpful in a video like this. So the first thing I would say that you should know already about posting on social media outlets, whether it be the newest craze, TikTok, or whether it be Snapchat or Instagram, is private accounts are still, you ready for this? Public accounts. Yeah. They're still public. Yeah, that means that it does not matter that your account is private. It does not matter that you just took it down and no one can see it. It's public as soon as you press upload. It's public. It's public. Right? I know you trust everybody in your friend group, and I know you trust everybody that's in your friends, and I understand all that. But what I'm telling you is this: I've seen it many a times where someone has put something on Snapchat and they thought it was going to disappear and all this, and someone recorded it from their phone of the shenanigans that you were doing, and now you're being called to task for it. Do you know you can lose opportunities because of this? Lose opportunities because of this. These things do happen. And they happen a lot more than people want to give credit to. Number 2, I would say is, you already guessed it. Like, all this information I'm giving out, I feel silly even saying this because I know you know this stuff, but at the same time, I work at a university and I still see these things happening, so I guess you don't know it. Future employers can see this. They can see this. They can see this, right? Listen, I've hired individuals myself, and you know the first thing I do? You see, people are in the mindset that, oh, well, they're just gonna contact they're just gonna contact my references at the bottom of my resume. Are you nuts? Are you crazy? Do you think that's the only? If I'm doing the hiring, I want to make sure I get a clear depiction of who we're bringing into the team. So the first thing I'm doing is Googling you. That is the first thing I'm going to do, right? The second thing I'm going to do is go to Facebook. I'm going to go to Facebook. I want to know how this person carries themselves. And then I'll go on through other platforms. That's social proof that you are who you say you are. Anyone can dress up, put on a blouse or a button up or a blazer or a dress or whatever and play like they're going to be a good fit. But you got to understand that employers are investing money in you. So they want to make sure it's the right fit. They want to make sure you're the right fit for them because they got to invest money to train your behind to make sure that you're going to be a good fit. So they're going to go through and use free resources and check things out. And if they were to check things out, on your social media platform, what would they say? What would they say? And I know what some of you are saying right now. Bell, I'm going to the league, man. Listen here. I know you're going to the league too. But riddle me this. I'm not going to mention this professional athlete that I'm talking about because everybody deserves to get past their mistakes. I'm not going to be drumming up their old mistakes for the sake of a video. But I will say this. There was a time where there was a celebrity figure that punched or slapped, or did he push? I don't remember. His girlfriend in an elevator. She hits the ground, and he drags her lifeless body out of the elevator, and steps over the body, right? And it was a video that was shot in the elevator. I think it was on TMZ. I bring this up because of this. If that was posted on social media and you go into the league and that was shown to a GM, a coach, a scout, right? Unbeknownst to you, do you think that person will want you to be on their team? You think they would say, oh man, that's the one. You know, the one that just now slapped his girlfriend and stepped over his life and slid her lifeless body. That's the one I want to make sure that's on the team. I don't think so. Everybody, listen, we've all made mistakes. We've made mistakes. I'm not here to say this mistake is worse than your mistake or this mistake is better than, I'm not here to say that. But what I am here to say is the mistakes that you make, that you put on, well, there are no mistakes when you post things on social media because you put it there. We're not talking about somebody that tagged you. We're talking about things that you put on there, right? So we can't even call that a mistake if you press upload and you post it. That's on you, player, right? You won't be able to speak to the person that's viewing it and trying to clarify and justify what's going on. But let's say you didn't post it, because that's a thing as well. Let's say you were tagged in it. See, now the conversation goes to, now you got to be more mindful of the areas you're in. You got to be more mindful of the environments you're in. No one's saying that you can't go out and have a good time. I think part of going to college is being social. You know, it's going out and having a good time, having some leisure time. That's a part of college as well, right? But at the same time, if there's anything in those party sessions, if those kickback sessions, if there's anything that is going to cause you to be painted in a bad, if there's anything that's going to shine you in a negative light, if there's anything that's going to jeopardize your opportunities, you shouldn't put yourself in that situation. Listen, everybody want to be grown. Now, I get it. You want to be an adult. You want to be a young adult. That's twofold, right? One side of the coin is you go out there, have a good time. You may want to indulge in alcoholic beverages and right? You're of age. You can do that. But the other side of that coin is that comes with the level of responsibility as well. And in the event that someone captures your failure to be responsible, well, you're going to be responsible for that. And my third thing is this. You can very well be charged criminally for things you do online. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You could be charged criminally. And when I was watching this, when I was looking at I was reading the handbook for Duke University, and what they have for their student athletes, I was like, man, they hit it around the head. And so, you know, so you might say, well, Bill, what can I be charged for? I'm not murdering anybody. You know, I'm not doing this. I'm not. Listen. I'll tell you some things that you can get charged for that you may not even think you could even get charged for. And then let me also say this. When you represent a university, whatever their code of conduct for their students, you'll be held responsible for that as well if you're doing something online. But let's go back to criminally. Harassment, right? Anytime you try to shame someone, right? You try to shame someone, you're repeatedly trying to get at them on social media, that's harassment, bud. You can get in trouble for that, right? You had some pictures that was privy to you when you was with you and your girlfriend, and y'all break up. You like, man, I'm about to take this. I'm about to put this on social media. That's harassment, dude. That's like, you get yourself in trouble criminally about that. Like, that's a crime. Not aside from what you can get in trouble with at the university. That's a crime. You can't be posting pictures of people if they're in compromising situations that they don't want you to post. You post it anyway, you can get in trouble for that. All right? So harassment. Bullying. Here's another one, player. You cannot be bullying people and posting that stuff up there. Fighting, putting that stuff online. That's a problem. I know we're in a culture of world star and people are doing it anyway, but you could be called to task about that. You could be. Right? Vandalism is obvious. If you're defacing someone's property and they put that online, you put that online, you can get in trouble for that. I think we know this. All the stuff I'm saying to you today, I know you know already, but sometimes it needs to be repeated. Why? Because I steady see people get themselves in these same type of situations as far as social media is concerned. Right? In 2020, if you are still getting in trouble via social media, you shouldn't be online in the first place. You shouldn't be online. You should not be online. Private accounts are public accounts. Even though you think it's private, future employers will be looking for this, whether that's you applying for a work study position, whether that means you're trying to go get a job in the real world, or whether that means you going to the league. People will Google you. People will look through search engines on these social media platforms and see who you are as people, because they're investing time, energy, patience, and money in you, and they need to do that. And they will do that. And anyone that tells you they don't do that is lying. And number 3, make sure you understand that some of the activity that you're engaging in may be criminal activity. So you want to make sure you're in a positive light if you're going to be being put on social media. That doesn't mean just what you upload on. You need to also be mindful of the people around you. You need to know what environments you're putting yourself into, because if there is some illegal activity that is happening in the space that you're in, you can easily be lumped in that same category. And we're not just talking about criminally, we're also talking about the student conduct process with your particular university. All right? You're a face of the university. Realize that the stakes are going to be higher because you are a student athlete. They just are.
Hoop Loud E.